The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
Hey everybody, it's show number 2 today. Already survived another remote on KLAD 1230 AM, and we're back here again this evening. We're doing a little later show for you, because golly gee whiz, I wanted to make sure we got one in tonight. That wouldn't have been any fun. Of course, we are live here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, back at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino, this time for the Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary event. A lot going on up here, a lot happening in the poker world. We had a great time with Zach Grunberg on the KLAV show today, and that podcast is up on markhokeshow.podbean.com. Abrupt ending, because kind of funny story there. Joe had to call it in. I had to call it in because I was obviously here, and I got my cues, but Joe didn't. So there's a little bit of a quick, see ya, you're done, get off our air going on there, but we're very happy to had a good time on that show, and certainly going to learn a lot. You know, we got to talk to Zach about his addiction issues that he had and everything he was been fighting through over the past couple of years. But fortunately, none of that going on up here. We are just having a blast here in Calgary. Already want to thank the great staff up here. Of course, a wonderful hotel, man. I'll tell you what, you want to get a great room. Oh, y'all got to beat it. And especially you high rollers, there's a couple great presidential suites up there, too, you might enjoy. And, of course, I want to thank Leah Thias and Jeff Johnson for their hospitality. Jeff's probably getting tired of me asking him, where's the food? It's unfortunate, but there's, you know, I don't get to go into employee lounge. They have to give me tickets and things like that. So kind of making them work a little bit, but do appreciate all of their hospitality. Been a great time. Hey, we're going to have Chris Torina over here in just a little bit. The Lord and Overseer of the Deepstacks Poker Tour is going to join us as soon as he sneaks up here to our stand. By the way, we're in the event center now. Of course, the last time we were here for the Canadian Poker Tour, we were over in the Blaze restaurant, which they cleared out for the tournament series. Of course, used the poker room as well. But man, I'll tell you what, this event center in here, I think it's, if I remember, it's about a 3,700 seat capacity for a concert, and it's just amazing when you come in here. It just has a really big time feel to it. You know, I'm up on the stage right now. We've got a giant monitor behind us. We got a couple other monitors going the other way. We have a full set of bleachers open on the other side for spectators. I mean, this is really a neat venue to come in and hang out. You know, you don't have to stand up and, you know, get shushed off a rail. You know, pretty much see what's going on in the entire building. Looking at about, let's see, I know I counted those tables earlier today, and now I totally forgot. 6, 18, 24, we're around 45, 50 tables, and there's room for more if we need it. So pretty cool spot to come up here and play some poker. Still time for you to get up here for the main event. That is going to be kicking off on Friday. And if you want to check in with WestJet, just go to deepstacks.com, and they'll have all the information for you. If you want to get a nice hotel and airfare package, come up here and play this thing. It's a $200,000 main event guarantee, along with quite a few other events still to come here. We've had a bunch already going off, and we'll break those down for you, as we already have some familiar champions up here, along with some great newcomers picking up titles. And right now they are in event number 7. It's day 1A of a $550 buy-in, $70,000 guarantee event. Picked up 117 runners on day 1. It's not a bad start for these guys, and their numbers have been pretty solid throughout this tournament series already. So, man, if you want to have a shot at that $200,000 guarantee, plus of course, you have a Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary Series champion. We've also got, you know, trying to pick up points for the 2014 Deepstacks Poker Tour Player of the Year. I mean, there's a lot happening up here, along with, you know, just some great entertainment and fun here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. And now this is funny. I got to say that I would love to have a whole ton of people standing around watching me do this show. That would be a blast. But these guys are just over here watching the stupid hockey game. It's not the regular season yet. Take it easy. And who's up there? Is Arizona? There should be no hockey in Arizona. That's not right. It's just not right. Apparently it's coming to Vegas, though, soon, too. That's going to be a good time. That's 42 wins on the board right there. Or 41, excuse me. Because there will be no team that is going to come into Las Vegas and win unless they get them off the plane, get them over to the rink, and don't let them spend the night. But great venue up here, and hope everybody's got a chance to come on up. We would love to see you here at the Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary event here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. So as soon as Chris can free himself up, we'll get him over here and have him on the show. And, of course, a lot of other things happening as well in the poker world just over the past few days. And, of course, I think the biggest story right now is Ultimate Poker pulling out of New Jersey. What a stunner that was. Their operations are going to be done on players going to hit their accounts. Or actually, they ceased operation on the 21st, and players can get to their accounts until October 5th. So just a really disappointing situation there for Ultimate Poker and the U Casino as well. So they are done in New Jersey. So that's going to mostly leave the battle to Party Poker and WSOP.com out there. Of course, Ultimate Gaming had terminated their contract with the Trump Taj Mahal Associates LLC after the casino filed bankruptcy. So, I don't know, not much choice. We'll see if Ultimate's going to try and get back in there, or they're just going to let it go and concentrate on Nevada. Pretty disappointing stuff, to say the least there. But, man, an on-line site going down already. Darren Elias, by the way, picked up the WPT Borgata Championship. Want to give him a big congratulations. Elias scoring $843,000 in that one. Beats Kane Callis, the son of broadcaster Harry Callis. So big, nice to see him in there. Also, Jose Serratos finishing third, Aaron Overton finished fourth, and Blake Bond. I'll tell you what, does this guy just know how to do well in poker tournaments? Of course, he's won quite a few major events. We saw him win about a year and a half ago up at the Ante-Up Poker Tour Tournament Championship. But, of course, just missed the televised final table at the or live stream final table at the Seminole Hard Rock, and now finishes fifth on this one. There is a superstar in the making in Blake Bond. We were on him a long time ago, and you better stay with it because it's going to be something special. WSOP APAC is just about a week away. That one's kicking off on October 2nd. Of course, the players are going to be trying to pick up one of those 10 bracelets that's going to be available out there as people try to add to their bracelet collection. Plus, of course, the big battle between George Danzer and Brandon Shaq Harris as they are gunning for Player of the Year. Of course, a few other names still in the mix on that one. But that should be pretty exciting. You also have a couple of guys out there, Daniel Negreanu, still hanging around in there. But very interesting that a bunch of the November Niners not coming out to this thing. Jort Van Hoof, the chip leader, Felix Stevenson, Martin Jakobsen, Billy Pappas, and Dan Sindel are not planning on coming, and the only one that's confirmed is Bruno Politano. So the November Niners decided to sit this one out. So not really too interested, I guess, in picking up those points, and just going to stay home and get ready for the November 9 kicking off here in just a matter of about 6 weeks. And we'll have a new world champion and a new player of the year. So that should be a great time there. By the way, of course, a lot of great things going on in sports, too. A ton of excitement happening there as well. And we'll try and maybe hit some of that before we go off the air tonight. As we, once again, are live here at the Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary event here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hey, we have a couple of new sponsors that we want to make sure we get to welcome to the show. And, of course, we got to say hi to them today on KLAV, but we want to once again bring them to your attention here. Hey, I know there's a lot of you guys that love to play open-face Chinese poker. It is the bomb, and, we have I don't know anybody that hasn't played it that didn't enjoy it. And, we want to welcome ABC Chinese Poker to the Mark Hoke Show family of sponsors. Just got on board with us, and we're going to be trying to bring you some tips and help you feel more comfortable getting involved in the game if you haven't. And if you are, well, if you don't have the ABC Chinese Poker app, I don't know what you're doing, but make sure you guys go download that today. Just go to iTunes and put in ABC Chinese Poker, and off you roll. It's a chance to learn some open-face Chinese here on the show. So thanks, Nikolai, for coming on board with us on that. We also want to welcome to the show PokerShop.com. I'll tell you what, I wish I'd have found this site a long time ago. These guys, honest to God, have some of the best prices you are ever going to see on any type of poker supplies, whether it's your cut cards all the way up to custom chip sets, tables, furniture. I mean, anything that you could possibly want, they've got it at PokerShop.com, and the prices are outstanding, and they do free shipping on any order over $199 too. So make sure you go to PokerShop.com and hop in there and buy some great stuff. You're going to be really glad you did. And Jason and the team over there, very nice guys, and I'm sure you're going to be very happy with hitting up PokerShop.com. By the way, in case you haven't noticed this set here, it's I gotta say, we're up on the stage, and it's really cool because I almost feel like I'm performing for everybody up here. But one drawback.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Yeah, it is black behind there, and if I wear a Mark Hoke Show shirt, I don't know what's gonna happen. I may look like a floating head. Now I do have backgrounds here I can use. I mean, I do have some interesting stuff up here. I could throw this up on the. This is going to look a little goofy, but I could throw this up on the screen for you. Right? And, yeah, see, there I am. You're supposed to do those without being in the picture, but I could throw something like that up on the board. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I've got these scenes I could do, like that. See, there I am, and actually, it's kind of how I feel up here right now. But there's some cool stuff we could pull off, but we'll see. But for right now, we're on the dark side, and we have to just wear colored shirts all week. But hey, what are you going to do? And of course, speaking of all week, we do have coming up the rest of the show schedule, which I had up here, and dimwit me got rid of it. But we do have a bunch of shows coming at you here live from the Deepstacks Poker Tour Calgary event here at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. And give me 1 second, and I promise you, I'll pop those out here for you so you guys can be up to date on what's going to be going on here. And, yep, here we go. All right, so what we have coming up for you tomorrow, we were just going to be doing one show tomorrow. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific time, so it'll be 2 o'clock here as they kick off play for the day. But we will have one show tomorrow because I have been graciously invited to go to a preseason hockey game between Calgary and Vancouver here, so I'll get to go to the Saddle Dome with all the guys over here. So it should be a great time. Looking forward to that. So just one show on Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we'll be on here at 1 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, so 2 and 7 here in the Mountain Time Zone. And then on Sunday, we'll start at 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Eastern, as we'll have final day coverage of the main event. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. Yeah. Come on over. Chris is still down there talking away. So how about I bring this guy on?
How about this guy?
I like this guy. He's an all right. He's all right for a Canadian.
Listen, for a skinny Canadian.
Look at that, and yeah, if you guys remember, this is, of course, Kelly Kellner, head of the Canadian Poker Tour. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you have a big house that delayed your migration from the airport here this time?
No.
Last time
no houses.
we put him in a town car, and he got stuck behind a house that was being moved onto the road. So,
That was ridiculous.
yeah, well, it's just a good Canadian first experience.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what they do up here?
Yeah, well, we want to make it memorable, something for you to talk about. So
you did it.
That's the whole thing. No, I'm feeling good. I slimmed down. I lost 20 pounds in the last month.
You lost a dog.
I lost a dog. Do you know what it was? Do you know what hit me? I was buying. We got a stupid cat at home. You know, I'm not a big fan of cats. But
Yeah.
my little boy loves the cat so much. So, anyways, it hit me. I was buying this big thing of cat litter, and I looked at it, and it was
20 pounds.
and it was
Yeah.
heavy, and it was awkward, and I'm going, I just lost this big box, heavy damn thing, and how much better I feel. I'm wearing a size 36 pants. I haven't worn size 36 since 1987.
Wow.
And no, it looks good, and my mother hates the fact that I'm not shaving my beard for a little bit, but I know you like it. Especially when I give you a little welcome kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does
Mark's
give me a
funny that
Canadian
way.
funny
a little
feeling.
A little fuzzy Canadian smooch on the cheek, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Hey, when in Rome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So things are awesome. I'm feeling great, and do you know what else is feeling great? The look of the 2015 season of the Canadian Poker Tour.
So I've heard.
Oh my God! I wish I could tell you guys everything that's coming down the pipe, but it is going to be the biggest, the baddest, the most leading edge tour that you've seen. We will talk a little bit about the fact that we are looking like we are going to be doing a lot of live streaming and a lot of television finally again. We've produced 30 hours of television over the last. I guess we're going back through 2005 through 2009, and but now with RFID technology and the cards and chips, you know, we've been able to lower our production cost per hour of television from $150,000 an hour down to less than 25.
That's awesome.
So now we can start really start, you know, getting in and delivering, and it becomes affordable, and it becomes, you know, it makes business sense now finally. So now we can get some proper sponsors in and really start getting some exciting things happening. So,
Awesome. Well, that's great for you. I'm very happy.
and great for you.
I hope so.
Because we want to get you, and we want to get we're going to have to interview for a really beautiful Canadian co-hostess. What do you think of
Do you
that?
have to be Canadian?
Do you know she should? Because Canadian girls now listen,
if I'm down in America,
yes,
then I have 4 wonderful female co-hosts
do you?
that I could spring on you at least.
Canadian
at least
girls
4.
now.
If I have to come up here and we go Canadian, I'm sure there's some wonderful ladies that could send
You
the
don't
booth.
have to go Canadian, but you want to choose to go Canadian. Listen,
yeah.
I've loved girls from around the world, but I've
To
never
all
loved.
the girls I've loved before.
That's not bad. Hey, we're getting Tony Bennett in this showroom here pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah, can you do a little Tony Bennett?
I left my heart in San Francisco.
Oh, Jesus, I love it when you sing. Holy cow, well, it's coming right through the shirt. You can see it. You know, Canadian girls rock. Canadian girls, Canadian poker-playing girls are the coolest girls in the world. I'm just throwing it out there.
East Coast girls are hip.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
there you go.
sorry, I'm not
Oh,
going to
my
do that.
God, Jesus.
I'm not going to do that.
That's fantastic. No, I tell you, hands down, I will debate this any place, anytime. Canadian poker-playing girls rock this world.
I'm down with that.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, you're not going to get any fights out of me about it.
No. Well, not a little bra and panties pillow fight over that, maybe?
Not with me.
No? Okay. Yeah, no, you'd be tough in a pillow fight.
I'm vicious in a pillow fight. I've hurt people in pillow fights.
I want you to do the same program that I did, and we're going to have a little challenge.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to see which one of us, because I'm going to be, I'm going to be in pretty amazing shape here. And another 30 days, I got another about 10 pounds to go, building some muscle. But I feel good, you know?
That's great.
It just, I think the mental acuity, the sharpness, the focus. This program, it's called Purium Health Products. It's incredible. So we're actually negotiating with them to become a sponsor for 2015 of the Canadian Poker Tour. And what we're doing is we're designing with the developers. They've only really been marketing for about a year and a half, but we're designing a poker pack. And they've got it's all natural, 100%, like no artificial binders, fillers, all that crap. And you know me, I'm not really into a lot of that stuff until now that I start looking at, you know, putting better things in my body, and what it's done made me feel better, made me look better. But they've got a couple of products that are designed for mental acuity, focus, and energy. So, you know, I go back, I chopped the Punta Cana Poker Classic there a couple of years ago. Now I played 5 days, at least 12 to 14 hours a day sometimes. And you don't sleep at night because you're sitting there and you're going through and you're reprocessing hands and you're going through everything. You're tossing and turning, and then just your energy levels down. So I'm on a bit of a poker poker challenge here right now, playing 22 tournaments over 35 days. And
Yeah, stop bubbling, by the way.
yeah, well, that was one bubble, and everybody's busted my balls for the one bubble. But
Yeah,
that's
well,
okay.
that's gonna happen.
But I shipped the very first one. I shipped the satellite for the main event here at the Deepstacks at Grey Eagle in Calgary, and there was 6 seats and some cash left over. With 8 players left, I had 60% of the chips. So that was Kelstermania in its purest form.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the most powerful forces in the universe when it really comes down to it.
Possible.
However, when Ace King, now this tournament, the $175 tournament the other night, we were coming down to the bubble, but it consolidated a little too quickly. So average stack was 8 to 10 bigs. So, I called a stack with Ace King. Of course, Ace 7 beats me with a 7 on the river.
I heard about the 5 deuce before that.
Oh, the 5 deuce. Who told you about the 5 deuce? That was early.
I have many Canadian birdies that fly around here.
Oh my God, that was horrible. Did you hear that I stood up?
Hey, look! By the way, look who else is standing up. By the way, over there.
Oh my God!
Look at that guy.
Tony Cumley.
Logan Dunn's over there too.
Logan Dunn's over there too. Is it back to back? Are we going to call him back to back Logan Dunn? Logan Dunn is probably one of the greatest up-and-coming poker players in North America.
We should get Logan on the show real fast.
I think Logan better come over here.
I think Logan should come up. And then we're going to get Chris Torino on the show and everybody else.
Oh, I think so. But I think Logan Dunn is probably not only one of the better-looking Canadian poker players, but
Boy, you're
the choice of the next generation. So you step in here, my friend. First of all, congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Logan shipped the PLO. Now,
Yeah.
Logan is the...
He was lucky I wasn't in it.
Squeeze a little bit over here. Now, I grew this because of you. I said, if I can look anything close to you, which I have no chance of, there's no way that I will ever be as handsome as you.
Starting a trend.
But it's working. Is it okay?
Yeah, are you slaying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways, no. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Logan,
congratulations,
for
Logan.
shipping
Nice job.
the PLO event. And he told me he was going to do it. They were on the break, and he came up and said, wouldn't sell me a piece, of course, but what the hell. So anyways, coming hot off of being the player of the series at the CPT Summer Showdown, multiple cashes, just a phenomenal game. What would be the one thing you say that's setting you apart? Or is it Calgary is just so strong for you, or are you just right in tune with your game? What's going on that's making you so good right now?
Well, I've just found a different level of patience that I think that you really need to have if you want to go deep in any tournament. And obviously, I got the Ivy League stuff, which is really good, the training information.
Absolutely.
Surprised because initially I didn't think it was going to be helpful, but there's a lot of videos on there. I highly suggest everybody get it just because it does open your eyes up to a different level of poker that you don't see.
You can never stop learning in this game, can you?
Oh yeah, it's endless.
Well, I found just listening to what they say and how they think through a hand in situations and knowing what my instinctive reaction would be, and I'm going, wow, that is just such a better way to think about it. So I agree with you. Part of your package, you won the master subscription, a year-long master subscription to Ivy League. And we're swapping out your package. You're going to go to WPT Montreal. Now tell everybody here, I think we got about 1.2 million listeners and viewers tonight?
Ballpark.
Just a little over 1 million. And we're going to put this out there.
Okay.
What did you tell me about WPT Montreal?
Oh, I'm winning the world.
Whoa.
And why? What
Whoa.
happened?
I just know I am. And sometimes when you just...
But wasn't there some psychic intervention? Was there not something?
Yeah, my wife went to a psychic, and she I know. Should definitely send your wives to psychics. You'll play a lot more poker, probably.
That's a great idea. My wife went to a psychic, and I'm sleeping in the basement.
Awesome.
So, anyways,
you slip her an extra $10, and the psychic before she goes said, "Your husband is going to win big. Something huge is going to happen."
What's funny though? She's really good, and she's got a line up. Her name's Anar. I don't know where she's Coquitlam or something, but she had no idea who we were, what our names were, anything else like that. And she says, "You need to send your husband to Montreal in November." So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, whatever he's doing out there, he's going to do really
well.
Wow,
you slipped her 20 at least, didn't you?
I wish
you had to.
I wish I'd met her. I'd give her 50 now.
Exactly. Well, I'm trying to make arrangements. So I was just starting to say I'm on a bit of a poker cleanse here, or not a poker cleanse, a challenge. So I'm playing 22 tournaments over 35 days. I'm 1 for 4 now. I'll bink that satellite, but
It's good.
Bubbled bad the other night.
Yeah.
I am tilted. I had to take the day off. I'm shaking it off.
Shake it off.
Hung out with my little girl today.
Ivy League shake off.
Yeah. No, I definitely need an Ivy League retool.
We've got to move. We're going to get Logan in the picture a little bit. I'm taking up too much.
There you go.
We did this again. Last time, of course, if you missed, we do have from the Canadian Poker Tour event, Logan and the boys on a great video.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, go back and Mark Hoke
John Angelakis
on YouTube and check that out because they were going crazy. But well, Logan, how's this one going for you so far? Of course, you're in the $70,000 guarantee.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm above the average, which is good. Probably about 30-40% above average. Had a little bit more chips prior to moving to the next table, but the last night's game, the PLO and the Deep Stack didn't have a trophy. I promised my kid a trophy, so
You just have to win it.
quoting right now, I will get the series player again.
Yes.
If not yet another.
Now, we're on Twitter a little bit there today. Now, a solid second. Now, I don't necessarily need a trophy. So perhaps
my
a bit of a
kid.
negotiation, a chop, some type of a deal. Happy to throw in the trophy on your side.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just throwing that down there. We're gonna get we're gonna get that worked out.
I just got to get it to my kid, you know. He
Yeah,
wants his first
absolutely.
mantle.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your family happy while you're away too. So
Apparently
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah,
And then you don't sleep in the basement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just shell out all your winnings to the wives.
Yes.
And call your kid every day.
You have multiple
Four
wives?
times, just once. Just one.
Just one. Mark, you're the one with multiple.
Yeah.
wives.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There are some Mormons.
Do you
in
have a
the area,
Canadian
let's
wife?
face it.
Yet?
No.
No. See, I was just educating him about the fact that Canadian poker playing girls are probably the coolest, most exciting, dynamic force out there in poker. And we're going to look for a new poker hostess for a Canadian Poker Tour for all the TV events we're coming up next year. So I'm just throwing it out there, throwing it down, and we'll prepare. You'll debate with me that Canadian girls rock.
Sure, they do.
Well, sure they do. I know
There's
that.
some fantastic players out there too.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's very, very exciting to see. And you know what's interesting is, and part of what we've tried to do is to get women back and more engaged. When we took over the Canadian Poker Tour in 2008, approximately 15% of the field were ladies. Today, it's less than 5%. And so, we've tried to make it a more enjoyable, a fun environment. There are some jackasses out there that just make it really uncomfortable. I've personally made it a mission to try and make them feel uncomfortable back when that happens. And,
There you go.
make this game. Yeah, Cindy Kerslake. She
Yeah,
shipped
I just
event
want,
number
I
2.
want to make sure we mention that.
Well,
Cindy Kerslake.
yeah, she was just
one
on,
event number 2 here.
Yeah, she was just on Poker
this
Night in
series,
America.
Yeah, great job, Cindy.
Yeah, she's awesome. Just beautiful. Absolutely love Cindy. She's been around. She's been a great player in the CPT for ever since the early days.
Yeah, I think we'll continue to see more and more of them come out.
Yeah,
Let's hope so.
really looking forward.
Because
to
they're a lot better to look at than you. No offense.
Yeah.
You are a handsome man.
They
though.
smell prettier too.
Yeah,
Nothing like sitting beside a handsome man with a really good,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I can name you 3 or 4 that I
10-day
see
stay
sitting
on.
down over there right now.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of that, I
okay.
got to run back
Okay,
over there.
you
All
go and make this happen, my friend.
Good luck, Logan.
Thank you.
Good to see you
Okay.
again,
Be on
buddy.
the show again.
Take care.
Okay.
All right. There you go, Logan Dunn stopping by.
Yep.
And I do have to get a commercial break in, by the way.
Okay, you did get a commercial break. We'll get Christina back
Yeah.
on here. It's great to drop in and see you, and look forward to maybe coming back on. Maybe before we go heads up, Logan and I in the main event.
Okay.
We'll have a little throwdown, maybe some kind of outrageous prop bet challenge.
Well,
or
you know,
something like
you've always got a seat here with me. You know that.
that. Attaboy. I love that about you.
Good
Take care,
man.
my friend.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks, everybody.
Kelly Kellner of the Canadian Poker Tour join us there. And so let's get that commercial break in, and when we come back, we're going to try and get see if we can peel Chris Torino away from Leah Thias over there. It is always a feat if he can pull it off. But let's take a break here. Of course, once again, we're live here at the Canadian Poker, or at the, now you got me saying Canadian Poker Tour, Deepstacks Poker Tour event here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Having a great time here in the event center. First event in here. So let's take that break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thank you for joining us. Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give Open-Face Chinese Poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open-Face Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back here on the Mark Hoke Show live from the Deepstacks, Calgary event coming to you from the Great Eagle Resort and Casino. Just having a blast up here already. What a great time it's been. They actually picked me up in a limo for this thing. They obviously don't know me very well up here. I was probably deserving of about a Pinto or somewhere along that line, but I'll take it wherever I can get it. But thanks for joining us. Now, this is the great experiment, by the way. because Chris is sitting up here wearing a black jacket. Well, it's more of a gray, but we do have the we have the
It's
black
a gray jacket.
We have the black backdrop here, so I'm just trying to see how well you're going to blend in on this, so I know what I can and can't wear on the set. Chris, congratulations, man! Another great event and a hell of a run for the Deepstacks Poker Tour.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
So this is something, man. I love this event center. You got bleachers over here.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, they put us in an event center, which is the first tournament they've ever held here. Usually tournaments are taking place in their smaller poker room, but they got a dispensation with AGLC to open the area for us for the first time, and it's beautiful in here. I mean, the tournament area is spacious. The dealers are great. The way they, decorated dressed up the room is spectacular. We're really excited.
You should be. I mean, this is one of the neatest venues I've ever gone to for a tournament. I mean,
yeah, it's like brand new too. They just built it
it does have that
like
fresh new smell.
3 or 4 months ago. So it's nice. They got all the state-of-the-art equipment, all the lighting. We got our logo shot, our logo shot on the wall, the WPT Deepstacks and the Deepstacks Poker Tour, and then Gray Eagle. So it's nice.
Yeah. So how's the tour going? Everything seems to be.
It's good, man. It's good. With the WPT announcement, happened. It was a year in the making, and then we announced it. End of April, 1st of May. We had the Turlock event right after, and then right after that we had Bike, and then I kind of put the whole company and our entire staff on pause, just because we needed to spend the summer just kind of catching our breath, going through the rebranding. Kind of reaching back out to our casino partners, reaching out to new casino partners, and then, focusing on 2015, 16, and 17. So, we spent the last 3 months just, start locking down our schedule for the next 3 years, and just, literally an undertaking of a new website, new logos, new branding, new marketing materials, just everything. It's like it's like I started the company over again.
Yeah.
It's like I created a separate company. So it's been great. It's been great. The summer was a blessing in disguise. And we just kind of kept focused on making sure that the first event coming out of the summer, being Gray Eagle, was the most successful one, because we wanted just to come out with all that momentum and really use the 3 months of going through the restructuring or the rebranding with WPT, and really focus on really blowing this event out of the water. And we've accomplished that. I mean, the weather here has been great, and this is a very outdoorsy type community. They like to go fishing, they like to hike, they like to be outside. So the fact that we've pulled the numbers that we've pulled with, no guarantees on the event, with the exception of this 550, which is a 75K one, the numbers have been really, really solid. And we're already talking about what we can do better for the next one, what other events we want to bring to the table. And then obviously the main event starts Friday, so the series isn't over yet.
What are some of the unexpected things that have happened when you made the deal with WPT, in terms of the fallout and what, how everybody's reacted to you now that you have the WPT brand along with yours?
Well, there hasn't been any fallout. It's been very positive.
Oh, of course,
yeah. It's been kind of twofold, right? It's been like from the poker playing community side, and then you have the casino industry side. So it's been overwhelmingly positive. I think if I were to name one thing, it's been like the overall consensus has been like finally there's a mid-major poker tour that blends, that offers the mid-major community like a really professional tour. I say a lot, on other interviews and stuff, there are tours popping up all the time, and this industry is a very, very tough industry. It's not easy whatsoever. I mean, it's not as liquid as it used to be. The fallout of online poker, Black Friday really impacted this industry a lot. And quite frankly, the economy as a whole, the first things when the economy suffers, it impacts gambling. It impacts, the casino industry, because people have less disposable income to then go to the casino and, entertain themselves or gamble. So, the casinos were very, they have a hard time spending money a lot. But with this product, it kind of like the overwhelming consensus was like, finally we have this this affordable product that we can bring to our customers in a very professional manner, and that we know that in my opinion, the number one brand in a poker is a part of, and then us, which we're a solid brand and we've done things the right way. Coming together and really offering this product, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that with new stops in Iowa, new stops in San Diego, and just these new casino partners, and really the response from the players here.
I want to get your reaction to what happened down at the Seminole Hard Rock. And I feel bad. I forgot to ask Kelly about that, but I'm sure I'll get a chance at some point. As someone who runs a poker tour, and you saw that kind of an overlay happen,
Oof.
I can imagine what was going through your mind in terms of, thank God that wasn't me, and then and then a reaction to it of, how does this affect me and what I'm doing? What were your thoughts about it?
Well, number one, I cringed because I know that covering a $2.5 million overlay, I don't care if it's $2,500 or $2.5 million. I mean, someone's going to have to write that check. So I kind of felt bad, and it was like a sticker shock, right? From my perspective, I looked at that, and I said to myself, how do I'm always looking at it from a business perspective. I always look at it on. I'm not one to criticize something. I'm not a negative person. I always look at the positive in things, and try to find well, how could they be successful for the next one? Because you don't want the last thing this industry wants or needs, and trust me when I tell you this, Mark, is to have a brand like the Seminole Hard Rock continue to miss guarantees of that nature.
Right.
Because it's a ripple effect. It trickles down to everyone from the Seminole Hard Rocks down to the the Bellagio's, all the way down to when you're in Calgary. It's a trickle effect. So it's the last thing you want as this industry. The other side of me says, maybe this is more of an event that needs to be sort of a little bit more prestigious, where it's done every second or third year. And I think the WSOP got it right with the one drop when they sort of alternated, or they alternate the amount of the buy-in, and then really the venue that they're going to have, and kind of spice it up a little bit and make it a little bit more of an event that people circle on their calendar versus, okay, the 10 million's coming up. All right, this other event's going up. But if you do it every second or third year, maybe it becomes more of like a holy cow. And I also think a part of it is the fact that there was really no, television broadcast component to it. I think that, if poker as an industry is ever going to come to a position of revitalizing itself, we're going to need to get back into quality television programming. And I look at it from a fan's perspective, and I say to myself, that's an event that I would want to watch on TV. I want to see an advertisement come up on a commercial, and I want to see something like, this Sunday, watch people play for $10 million. Like, that's intriguing to me. I want to see that. And when there's no television broadcast, I think it impacts them, and I think that they saw that. But overall, I don't look at it as I felt bad for them, even though they're a huge company. I still think that overall, you have companies like that miss guarantees, everyone's going to be impacted from it, even from a third-party poker tour like we are, all the way up to a casino brand like they are. I mean, everyone's going to feel the after effects of that.
Is there? I know a lot of players after that happened. First, the instant reaction down there was, "Oh my God, we got a $2.5 million overlay." Then it was, "That's not good. That's not good for the game. This isn't good for anybody that this happened." A lot of conversations I heard were, the re-entries have gone too far. You're trying to pull too much money out of too few people.
Right.
Is that something that you guys are looking at in terms of, when you're structuring your tournaments now? Did it kind of resonate a little bit?
Yeah, we keep our finger on the pulse of what the community's saying, and sort of our customers, and we always want to be on the cutting edge and the forefront of offering a great structure, or a great product rather. So we're always kind of looking at ways of improving. I think ultimately, because I look at reentries as kind of a necessary evil, and maybe evil is not the right word, but it's a necessary mechanism. So if we want to continue to have guaranteed prize pools with this, which is what ultimately, I don't care what anyone says. You can have a billboard on the side of I-95 in Florida. You can run television commercials till your nose falls off. But if you don't have guaranteed prize pools, people will not come out. Okay, you can run a 15 day one, flight 1K, and say, but if you're not putting $500,000 on something or $1 million, so casinos need to be able to confidently say to themselves, we're going to put this guarantee, because the casino puts the guarantee. We don't put the guarantee on it. Other third-party poker tours don't have it. They don't put the guarantees on it. It's the casino. So if the casino needs to have a sense of confidence that if they put this up, that they have to have mechanisms in place that at least give them the best opportunity to hit that guarantee. It's not guaranteed that they will, but they have to feel confident they're doing all they can to make sure that they don't miss it. Because, going back to the Seminole example, if they miss it, they will never do it again. And they will end up stop running tournaments of that caliber, which then sort of dilutes, or it sort of lowers the number of quality events that this industry needs. Listen, you can go to any poker room. Anyone can run a $250 buy and 20K guarantee. Anybody. Okay, you can run that probably in your home. But no one really cares about that. No one's going to drive or fly from other provinces in Canada if we put a $20,000 guarantee on a main event. They're going to come out for a $200K or $250K or $500,000. The casinos need to have mechanisms in place to protect their investment in that, because ultimately they have to put that money up if no one shows up or not enough people show up. So it needs to be in place. Now, do I think unlimited reentries? We run unlimited entries up to a certain point. We're looking at maybe a model that limits the amount of. I think there's a good compromise in there where you allow maybe only one reentry per person per day. And I think you can then conservatively say that you're going to hit your guarantee. But again, it goes down to, if I'm guaranteeing $250,000, if I'm a casino, I guarantee $250,000, and I meet that guarantee and maybe exceed it by $15K, then I'm probably not going to be able to put a $250K guarantee on the next one. Right? But if I hit it by $400K, or that 250 becomes $600K, then I'm probably going to turn it into a $300K next year. So people have to see both sides of the coin. I think ultimately we can't be myopic. We can't say, well, screw re-entries, they're bad for business and it hurts people's bankrolls. I hate to break it to the community out there. It is about the bankrolls, but ultimately the casinos need to have mechanisms in place so they can put up the money that we play for.
That makes sense. Yeah, it is a very interesting topic that's come up now. So, and now with you guys in the Deepstacks Tour, of course, you got the Grinder coming up here. We got Tristan Wade coming in. This is going to be another exciting event. And and one thing I think it's been interesting about with these celebrity endorsements and the top players that people are involving with their their sites or their tours. It seems like people are getting a little more picky about that. Because I know you used to have a pretty big team.
Trust me when I tell you this, and I'm very opinionated about this. Okay, and you've been to a couple of our events.
A few,
and you've seen where we've brought out 5 or 6 pros, right? Everyone out there needs to understand that the industry is evolving. Okay, and I'm going to just tell everyone that's listening right now, the industry is evolving behind the scenes. Okay, what the poker playing community sees on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever it is, or what they're hearing in the tournaments, that's only one part of the evolution that's happening to this industry. The other part of the evolution is happening behind the scenes from the business side, from the economic side. And casinos and really venues as a whole don't really, it's like going back to my point about quality television. If you don't have quality television, if you never broadcasted an NFL game moving forward, then people are going to start to not remember who Aaron Rodgers is, okay, or Drew Brees is, or Peyton Manning. So the less we have the opportunity to put poker pros on television as celebrities, the less value they have. Okay, right. So that's not sort of part one of it. The other part of it is, and no offense to anyone, but this isn't 2006. I mean,
nope,
people aren't paying $25K for some poker pro to come open their brand new poker room. They're just not doing it. If they're going to have $25K in their budget, they're going to want to run a tournament like this where they can make money. And that's the bottom line. So, and I'm not saying that poker pros don't have a lot of value. They do, obviously. We bring Matiso out, we bring Grinder, we bring Tristan. We love all three of those guys, and we brought Randall out in the past, and we love him. The bottom line is the casinos really don't understand it anymore. You have so much turnover in the casino industry that a poker room manager that might have been a poker room manager in 2007 isn't the poker room manager today in 2014. Mm-hmm. So that new poker room manager comes from a new breed, a new school that hasn't watched Poker After Dark, that never watched WSOP 2007 or 2006. They don't understand the ambassadorship that the pros bring to the table. So what we've had to do is, and we saw this with the training industry when overnight the training industry, boot camp, WSOP Academy closed. We started transitioning off of camps and started doing poker tours because the attendance was getting lower because people just didn't come out with the pros anymore because there were other tools for them to learn and they really didn't value them as much. And, and we kind of saw that with Black Friday where now Full Tilt wasn't out there, PokerStars wasn't out there, and all these other online sites. So even then the pros even lost more value from their sort of sponsorship perspective. So, to me, this is about a product. It's about a product. It's about an experience. And really, from the industry business side of it, people out there that play poker and love poker have to understand that if we're looking at a sort of a chart, there's the poker playing community, there's the casino industry, and this middle third-party poker company slot. That's where we're at. We cater to the poker playing community. We also cater to the casino industry and bring those two together with this beautiful product. And I think it's great to bring out a pro, but this isn't 06. This isn't 06. And the money just is not there for the pros to be paid the astronomical. And I've had arguments like this with Matiso a million times. He still thinks that there are companies out there that are willing to pay him $25,000 to open a poker room. And I go, show me a poker room that's about to open. Show me a new poker room that is opened in the last 2 years. That is in a market that generates enough revenue. That casino generates enough revenue from that market to write you a check for $25,000. Show it to me.
Yeah,
it doesn't exist.
It's just not there anymore.
It doesn't exist.
It's not. I mean, when we were both coming up in this industry too. I mean, we all know that you had the television backing these guys up, and everybody would see these guys all the time, and people would know them and want to be around them. But that's gone. And and we're seeing it in PokerStars right now. Just dropped Joe Cotta. They just dropped Umberto Brenes. I mean, those were there's a world champion and a guy that's been with the company for
made
forever.
by TV.
Yeah.
Right. So, but listen, it's going to come back around. We're still now trying to figure out what the online landscape is looking like. So once the online landscape can be kind of worked out and established, that's when you're going to see more money or new money being pumped into how to promote those online sites. Because if you look at Poker After Dark, if you look at these other, the high stakes cash game that was on GSN, those are all owned and funded by online sites. So once we can reestablish that landscape in the U.S., that's when the revitalization of that, and that's when it'll trickle into the pros having a little bit more value. Not saying that they don't have value, obviously they do, but more value from the public's perception, but more importantly from the industry side of it, where companies have more money to spend to invest in their appearances or to be an ambassador of the room. You can't name me more than 2 rooms right now that have, and I would be surprised if there's even one. The last one I heard was, the Gold trying to do the one at the Trop a few years ago that bombed. But, I mean, you tell me a poker room right now in the U.S. that has a pro attached to it. This is, other than the one at Ari and Bellagio, you tell me that this is the XYZ pro room.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's not there. It's not there. It'll come back, but people have to be patient.
Yep, and you guys do a great job balancing everything out for the top guys as well as the average Joe. You've always done a great job with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
and
dude,
they're here. I've met a bunch of these guys.
Listen,
last
we're
year.
average,
They're fantastic.
dude. At the end of the day, it's like we're all humans. We're all just trying to make it in the world, and I think that the mid-major community has been ignored far too long. I mean, and before we came around, and now with the WPT, it's like it wasn't really given the attention that it needed to. Like, when I told Adam, Adam Pliska from the CEO of WPT, I told him, I said, listen, I said, at the end of the day, we need to take the WPT product, that experience, that professionalism, that just world-class product, plug it into what we're doing from a grassroots mid-major level, and give the mid-major poker community the best possible experience. If I walk into a poker room and I have $1,000 in my pocket, why is my $1,000 not mean more than the guy that walked in with 10K? It's all relative, right? So why am I being treated differently because my 1K is not as much as 10K, but it means just as much to me, if not more, than it did for the 10K guy? So why are those guys being ignored? And that's we're never going to have a buy-in that exceeds 2,500. I've had people say you should run 5Ks. I'm like, we're never doing that, ever. Our lowest main event we'll ever run is 1,100. We will never go below that, and we'll never exceed 2,500. And the only time we ever do a 2,500 would be for our championship. But we want to live where we're living right now because, we have people here. There are 117 people in this Day 1A flight, and 5 of them I know personally flew in from the U.S. to come here, and one was on my flight, and he was our L.A. winner, Eric Veely. So my point is, it's the best of both worlds, and I just think that people are going to learn really quickly that we're absolutely serious about this mid-major market.
Coolest place the tour's going to coming up?
Malta, February. Malta, February. We had it in November. We moved it to February. Next year, we're going to announce our schedule sometime end of November, 1st of December. But we're looking at around 10 to 12 stops next year. We're going to have it all across North America. And, some places that have never had a poker tour come in there before, which we're pretty excited about. So, but Malta for sure. I'm excited about Malta. It's
You just wanted to go hang out there, that's why.
Man, I've never been in that part of the world. I've been pretty much everywhere else but there, and it's a 3-day event, but I might just go out there a few days before and stay a few days after.
I can look on your face. You're already getting excited about it. You say Malta, and your
I know.
face gets a little extra red.
I know. It's my rosacea in my cheeks, man. I get pumped and the blood starts flowing quicker. But, yeah, I mean, we're like, other cool stops that we're going to are stops that aren't as exotic as Malta. Like in Northern California, we just signed a deal with Wind River up in Redding. I'm excited about going up there because I just got back from Iowa, and I'm like, that was awesome. I want to go to Iowa. I want to go do an event in Iowa. We're doing an event in San Diego. I'm like, I love San Diego. Like, I want to see an event there, So, I don't know. I think if it's hard to rate them, but, Malta is pretty sexy.
Nobody's going to blame you. Putting Malta on the list. No doubt.
I know. Just because of the venue, and I get to go to Italy afterwards, so it'll be fun, man. But yeah, it's cool. I'm happy to be here. I just got here earlier today, and I'm just it took us a lot to get here, man. It's not easy to get licensed in Alberta.
Especially in Alberta, yeah. I mean, Lee has been telling me all these stories.
Oh man, yeah. Lee Thias, the GM here. I mean, I called Axel, the assistant GM. Cole called them in August of last year, or May of last year, actually. From May all the way to December was the process for AGLC. And it ended with my interview in Edmonton in December, and we got licensed in January. So,
wow.
Just take that in consideration, how much time and money we're investing in bringing WPT Deepstacks and just Deepstacks, specifically here for the players. We're absolutely invested in bringing this product to you guys. So,
last question, I'll let you go.
Go for it. Ask me anything.
Why did Jets fans hate Geno Smith? What's going on? What is with it? Because, he's actually not playing
ask me anything, it's always a Jets question.
Of course.
By the way, I'm a diehard Jets fan. I have a toothbrush. I have socks. I have most of the jerseys. I got every hat ever made. You know what, man? I don't know. He's young, He's young, but I don't think starting Mike Vick is the answer. I think we roll with Geno. He was 8-8 last year. He won his last 4 games with us. For all intents and purposes, we should be 3-0 right now. I mean, the defense couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson, week 2. And then, he made a couple bad plays against the Bears, but our defensive backfield is not good. We're missing, D. Milner. We lost Revis 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We lost Cromartie. But I don't know, man.
I thought they played the Bears tough. I really did.
I
that
thought
was
so
a
too.
winnable game.
And think about this, though. Monday Night Football, you're at home, and the first or the second play of the game, you throw a pick for a return touchdown. Think about what they had to do emotionally to come back from that. And the fact that we got in the striking distance and he still blew it just shows me that the kid's got it. I just think he needs some time. I think we all need to be a little bit patient. But unfortunately for Rex, he only has 1 year on this deal. And if he doesn't make a change and if they don't go into the bye, I think their bye is week 6 or 7. If they don't go into bye at least 500, it'd be hard for me to say that Gino needs to play the rest of the year. I think maybe you just ride Mike Vick and see what happens. But, at this point, luckily, the AFC is up for grabs. It really is up for grabs right now.
Just stick with Gino, trust me.
I think so, too.
I did the Vic thing.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a nice little roller coaster.
Yeah, because you're from Philly, right? Or you're from PA.
I'm a Philly fan,
Yeah, because, that was just, that's tough. That's tough.
He's good, but,
he's past his prime, though. Yeah, he's past his prime. I think we stick with Gino and just ride it out for sure. But I like the emergence of Chris Ivory, man. He's a bruiser.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bruiser. But like I said, the AFC's up. The Bills are 2-1. Everyone else is 1. And the Pats are 2-1. And then us and the Finns are 1-2. So it's up for grabs. And we have yet to play interconference yet. So, that's when the real battle's going to come up when we're playing each other.
Just be glad you're not playing the Eagles this year. Be happy about it.
I don't know, man. You guys are good, but
we're fun.
Yeah, you're fun, but your defense is suspect.
A little.
Yeah, what's going to happen when you start playing? Don't you have the Redskins this week? Or you had the Redskins, but don't you play
Niners?
The Niners, yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, the Niners aren't playing well, though.
That's all right.
They're not playing
I'm
well.
fine with that.
They
can play as bad as they want.
Yeah, they have no offense, man. I think they have no offense. Kaepernick is lost right now. But, yeah, so I'm praying the Jets get in the playoffs, man. It broke my heart. 2009, 2010, we met back-to-back AFCs, and we didn't get in. That hurt. I'm still stinging from that one, man.
I can tell there's a scar
pumping
out of your heart.
I bleed Jets green, man, big time. And
yeah.
I'm a big Jets fan, And now the Clippers are kicking up. I go to Clippers.
That's right.
Game.
I forgot you're a Clippers fan.
I'm a Clippers fan. I'm a season ticket holder. So I've had season tickets for 5 years, which I'm pretty proud of. Blake's first year, so even before Chris Paul, I had him. I'm excited about that. And then obviously the Kings, man. Living in LA is it's like sports utopia. You got the Kings, you got the Clippers, you got the Dodgers, you got the Angels, and you still got the Lakers.
Yeah,
you still got the Lakers. You got Kobe, man.
That's about it.
Having the opportunity to see Kobe play every night is pretty awesome. So can't complain. But so anyway, thanks for the time, man.
No, thank you. I appreciate
it.
Very good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, same here, man. And come out to a WPT Deepstacks event, guys. Go to WPTDeepstacks.com.
Yeah, you got to. Hey, there's a discount airfare. Get up here now.
Yeah, or
don't wait. Just go. Come on.
For gaming purposes, go to Deepstacks.com.
Yes.
For this one.
Yes.
And Edmonton in 2 weeks. But anyway, thanks for having me, man.
Good to see you, Chris.
All right, good seeing you 2 more.
All right, there you go, Chris Torina, the man behind the Deepstacks Poker Tour, and of course we're up here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, having a great time. Chris is trying to destroy my equipment. That'll be $10.95 on that one. Always good to talk to Chris. How about that? You don't have that. You're smiling. What's up?
Oh, no.
I was just saying it's good to have you on the show. But I tell you, very interesting. I think it's the first time in the history of the 3+ years of the show that we've had back-to-back guys that run poker tours. That's pretty good. Yeah, hey, we got some comments in the chat box too, and I'll tell you what, we'll get to this in a sec because I do have to get another commercial break in, and we'll continue on. We'll let you know what's going on here at this Deepstacks Poker Tour Series. Some great events happening going on, and of course ones that have finished up already. So let's step back, take another break, and we'll address Casino Examiner in the chat box too. So stick around, everybody, and we will be right back.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle. Right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination. BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel Apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we're back live here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for being with us on this Wednesday night. I know it's a little late for you East Coasters, but that's okay. You stayed up here before. But we're having a great time here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's right, they did not revoke my passport the last time. Crazy enough, they let me come back. They actually asked me to come back even before I left. I was quite flattered. But man, a great event going on here at the Deepstacks Poker Tour here at Grey Eagle. As, of course, we're on event number 7 today. Is day 1A of that event. But, of course, we have the main event coming up here just a couple of days. And, by the way, speaking of marketing materials, let's show this off. This is the little Deepstacks booklet that they've got. And look at this guy. Look, there he is. That is Chris Torina right there on the front, page 2. This is a great book. I'm digging this thing. I wish everybody did something like that. Very nice. But of course, big schedule coming up here to wrap this thing up. Of course, this series running from the 20th through the 28th, and day 1A of the main event that is kicking off on Friday at 2 p.m. Day 1B will start on Saturday, and then Sunday, there's also an event 9, a No Limit Hold'em Turbo event. Plus, of course, the main event final day, and we'll have full coverage for you from first card to last, as these guys will be playing in that $200,000 guarantee main event. And, of course, we're going to be seeing some great poker superstars coming up here. Tristan Wade and the dreaded Grinder coming to town to tear Calgary apart. Plus, Matt Savage is going to be running the main event. I know Matt and his wife are coming into town, I think, tomorrow. But we'll get to talk to Matt. Should be a great time, and, certainly means you're going to have a well-run tournament for sure. The blind structures of these are absolutely amazing. Make sure you check them out on this one, deepstacks.com. All right, deepstacks.com. But, of course, for the rest of this series, we'll break down how things have been going here with the area players in just a little bit. A couple of comments in the chat box. The Casino Examiner was firing away in there, and I didn't get a chance to answer him. Said, good to see the show back on Rogue, of course, RogueWire, our host site. Life is back to normal now. Well, of course, coming out of the World Series, it's been a fascinating time for the show, and I probably wouldn't mind touching on that for a minute. We've done going out to 4 different venues. 4 different tournament series since World Series ended. Of course, we came off the 7 weeks for that. Went out to the 2-pair poker tour, did the event up here for the Canadian poker tour, then went down to Florida for the Seminole Hard Rock, and then back here again. And there's more to come. We're putting some more deals together as we speak. Nothing specific on the calendar right now, but it's really, to be honest with you, put a lot of strain on me in terms of the KLAV show and trying to expand that a little bit. And, of course, the rest of these, doing these shows on the road. I got to balance a little bit of time with my family, too, because, I think the longest break I had was about 11 or 12 days before I've been out on the road. You got to spend a little time with the wife and kid, and, so that's why we really haven't been doing what we were doing the Sunday RogueWire show. Plus, there's a lot happening that we're working on here with the show, and, so I don't want to get the heels dug in on something and then have to change it up right away. But, coming out and doing these events, hey, we get to bring you the best, and we also get to bring you some of the, great players of all across the country and the world at these tour stops. I mean, it's been, been fantastic. And, of course, you can check all those videos out on YouTube. Just put in Mark Hoke. You'll find me pretty quick. I've taken over Mark Hoke on YouTube, taken over Mark Hoke on Google. I'm very proud of myself. No, but it's all because you guys listen to the show, and we do appreciate it. Let's see. We're asking how to bet the Eagles 49ers game. Don't. Unless there's a decent over, but don't. I suggest the show be aired in Las Vegas exclusive. I'm not sure if that was for my show or a TV show. So I'll kind of skip that. Caesars offers free roll poker tournaments a couple times a year. That must hurt poker tours such as Deepstacks. No, I don't think so. I think the poker tour landscape, and I think that when everybody realized the online was gone, a lot of entrepreneurs out there said, I'm going to try and run a poker tournament. Some have succeeded, some have not. And speaking of that, by the way, congratulations to Matt Savage for getting his settlement check for Epic Poker. Yay. But, it's certainly been a very interesting time of change here in the game. And I think everybody expected the online situation was going to be settled by now, and obviously it hasn't. I mean, this is going to be a long way off before, we get everything squared away there. I'm hearing some California, Pennsylvania in 3-4 years. So who knows? It's going to be an interesting run here for the game in the next couple of calendar cycles for sure. And of course, don't forget coming up the APAC for the WSOP kicks off on October 2nd. Got the November 9 coming up, and of course I'll be there in some capacity, whether we're broadcasting or I'm just going to be hanging out. I haven't decided yet because honestly last year was not a lot of fun being 4 floors up from the table when I could have done some tweeting or something in some different coverage. But hey, who knows? We'll see what happens with that. Let's go back and take a look at what has been going on in this series so far, because we've had some pretty fascinating tournaments being played out so far. So let's take a look at it. Event number 1, Reg Cross wins that, and I got to tell you, talk about your stereotypical Canadian nice guy. There he is, and you can check it out at Grey Eagle Poker Room. Facebook's page has all these results up there. Reg Cross winning event number 1. That was, I'm sorry, let me get my list here. The No Limit Hold'em event, 220 buy-in on that one. But Reg Cross takes down event number 1. He is out of Calgary. Event number 2, we mentioned the winner on that. That was Cindy Kerslake, also out of Calgary, winning the No Limit Hold'em Bounty Tournament. She takes that one down and picks up $9,000 on that one. So congratulations to Cindy Kerslake. Another one of the ladies doing well out on the poker circuit. We seem to find them more and more everywhere we go, which is great. Great for the game. Event number 3. Looking for that result. It's here somewhere. There it is. I'm sorry. Ed Gates out of Calgary. Looks like that was actually 50-50 No Limit Hold'em satellite. So a bunch of people picking up satellite seats on that. Gurdeep Parhar also in that. Jeet Shergill, Dave Shores, and Nathan Sheeran will share that one as they will be headed to the main event for themselves on that. So congratulations to those guys. Sean Caron wins event number 4. No Limit Hold'em, $175 buy-in on that one. Knocks off Dave McCatney. Sean Caron, also out of Calgary, takes that one down and wins event number 4. We'll swing up to event number 5. That was the Grinders Classic, $100 buy-in on that, and won by Ryan Cairns. That's a name we've heard before. Cairns, also out of Calgary, beats Don S. and wins $3,645. So congratulations to Ryan Cairns. Event number 6, Pot Limit Omaha. Of course, we had the winner, Logan Dunn. We saw him up here last time, and he's doing it again. Logan just lucky that I was not playing in that. Very fortunate. But Logan Dunn takes that one down, and Dave McCartney finishing second on that one. So finally, the Vancouver guys swinging in here and wins event number 6. And, of course, that kind of brings you up to date on that. Now, your points, Dave McCartney is leading the way with 161 points right now. Reg Cross in second at 140. Ryan Cairns is in third at 130. Cindy Kerslake and Sean Caron at 120. Logan Dunn at 110. Ryan McDowell at 98 is in 7th place. Don S. at 91 points is in 8th. Wayne Hofford is in 9th at 84. Phil Pettit is at 70 to round out your top 10. So that's your event winners in this tournament series so far here at Grey Eagle. And we're on event 7 right now. Of course, this is a 3-day event. Day 1A underway right now. It's $550 buy-in. 117 runners for the first day. So we expect you'll be seeing about 350, 370 ballpark for this one. $75,000 guarantee on this. 39 players remain in this event. Right now they are on, let's see, I don't have the level list, but there are 1,200, 2,400 blinds right now, 380. So this one got started at 2 o'clock, so they really haven't been playing that long. But they'll be playing down to see who gets to advance to day 2, which is on Friday. Of course, day 1B kicks off tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so make sure if you want to get in here, $5.50 buy-in, come on down and get into this thing. Should be a good one. And then, of course, the main event starting off on Friday at 2 p.m. That's Mountain Time, so guys, got to remember, you got to adjust your watch if you're coming in from Vegas. That is a $200 guarantee. $1,100 buy-in. It's a great opportunity for you to come and play with some of the big boys. And, of course, we've seen the Grinder and Tristan Wade up here for that one. There's also a No Limit Hold'em Turbo event on Sunday. $160 buy-in on that one. And that one will be starting at noon on Sunday. Plus, of course, the final day of the main event here for the Deepstacks Poker Tour event here at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. All right, so that's gives you an update on what's going on there, and of course some show notes for you. Don't forget to follow. You can follow the show at Mark Hoke Show on Twitter, Facebook, the Mark Hoke Show. And of course, we've been responding to all your tweets from everybody that's been up here. I know a lot of the local players are pretty excited to have us come back, and I certainly appreciate it. Very flattered. Of course, tomorrow, one broadcast, 1 p.m. Pacific time, so that's going to be 2 o'clock here. We'll be here to kind of kick things off for the day, and then a bunch of us are headed over to a hockey game, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you a little bit about what it was like to be hanging out in the Saddle Dome. It's not the Flyers, but it's okay. We'll survive. And then, of course, coming back for the rest of the week, Friday and Saturday, double broadcasts at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific time, so it'll be 2 and 7 here. And then Sunday, 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 here. We're going to be kicking it off and following the main event all the way down till the final card hits. Something's telling me it's going to be a long day, so you better be ready to roll. By the way, a couple of sports notes. Gotta get these in. Did everybody see how badly Philip Hughes got screwed today? This is one of the worst misses on a bonus I've ever heard. Talk about divine intervention. So Philip Hughes had a $500,000 bonus if he pitched 210 innings this year. 209 2/3, and the game gets rained out, thusly leaving Philip Hughes short of his bonus. If there is a heart in the Twins organization, they'll stick him out there for 1 out and before the season ends and get it done. But that was his scheduled last start of the year, so tough break there. Golden State, by the way, the basketball team, if you didn't see this on ESPN.com, you need to check this out because this is hilarious. They had put out a new design for new arena there in Oakland, and apparently some people weren't real happy with it because they didn't want their arena to be known as the Bowl. If you look on the picture, yeah, it looks like a toilet bowl. There's like a little bayfront terrace area sticking off the side, and yeah, it looks like the back of the toilet. So yeah, not so good there. Baltimore Orioles, of course, my boys win in the AL East. Not bad. North Dakota State Bison 4-0. Penn State 4-0. Bringing me much joy. But it'll be fun this weekend because we'll get to talk about some playoff baseball too, and during the shows as well. And of course, the kickoff of start of hockey season. Puck going to be dropping here pretty soon. So we'll have a lot of extra things to discuss as we go through this weekend's shows here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Going to be a great time. All right, and I think that that's going to do it for our evening show. Don't forget, once again, if you want to check out any of the video shows that we have, they're up on YouTube. Just go to Mark Hoke. We'd certainly appreciate that. And, of course, all our shows in KLAV and some other great shows we put together are on markhokeshow.podbean.com, or you can subscribe on iTunes, too. I know we're getting some great numbers on those that I really do appreciate. They just keep getting better and better. It's very exciting. And And, of course, the newest one with today's show with Zach Grunberg is up on markhoakshow.podbean.com. I'm kind of teasing everybody. We'll put that out tomorrow because I got it a little late. There's some peak times to put those posts up, so we'll let you just stew on that. But if you want to go check it out now, markhoakshow.podbean.com. And by the way, that was the 52nd show on there. Of course, we've done over 500 plus shows. I'll have to go back and double check the count now. Probably in the range of about 550 shows that I've done here. But that is number 52 on KLAV, which means we'll be celebrating our first anniversary in the next week's show. I'm looking to try and get a really big guest, but if not, hey, there's a ton of great people in the poker community. We'd love to have any of them on board. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for us tonight here from the Deepstacks Poker Tour event here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We want to make sure you catch us tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Like I said, one show, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. Certainly do appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks to our guests, Kelly Kellner, Chris Torina, and Logan Dunn. We will see you guys later. Have a great night.